Stupid con crud. Put me all behind on reviews. Gotta catch up. Lightning round. Go! A heartwarming tale. Have you seen any version of A Christmas Carol? Good. We're halfway there. One could argue that the pony version of this classic is almost a bullet point in a series list, but I find the journey is half the fun. And that's the defining word of this story. Out of the growing list of musical episodes, this one is the strongest in terms of actual music. There wasn't a single song that I thought could be cut out or revised. I'm at odds with myself as to the favorite, either Applejack's Seeds of the Past or Luna's Frozen Future melody. Not to mention that the production staff really pulled out all the stops on visuals. From Ponyville celebrations to Victorian-era Canterlot to otherworldly sights, it's a treat to behold. Yet while the music and visuals are strong, the shorter runtime hinders the heart of the story. Don't get me wrong, in many ways it stresses how a holiday is meant to represent the best in life, the goal for which we should strive every day. The big issue, however, is that Starlight Snowfall Frost is not Ebenezer Scrooge. Scrooge was a man devoid of any charity or care. He had to learn to embody the spirit of Christmas generosity in all his actions. Snowfall already has a noble goal.
Work hard, learn, and use your skills to better Equestria.
She represents how even a virtuous goal can go astray if you fail to look around and live in the moment. Yet when ponies boo her efforts, or when Twilight and Spike are horrified that Starlight doesn't want to participate, there's a note of groupthink. I imagine this could have been resolved if this were a longer special, but sometimes the runtime is what it is. The Saddle Row Review! Funny as a heartwarming tale was, the Saddle Row Review was even funnier. I haven't giggled aloud like that in a while. The framing device of an interview set within a flashbacks allowed for rapid-fire jokes and very self-aware commentary. Each member of the main cast had a moment to shine with some great humor and some bizarre moments. Though I hope that Rarity saved a healthy budget away because her friends basically quadrupled the staff for her newest boutique. The secondary characters were a mixed bag. Coco had a fun moment, though the building owners were more intrusive. The whole spoon clothing thing didn't grip me. What I like most about this episode is how it's a companion piece to Testing 1, 2, 3. We have one story that stresses understanding how to craft a solution towards one individual, and another story that stresses approaching a problem your own way rather than how you think someone else would handle it. It's a nice contrast. The only thing that really bugged me was Spike's absence. Given how much he cares for Rarity, it's strange that he wasn't even mentioned. A quick note on why he couldn't attend would have resolved what was my only tripping point in an otherwise fun episode. Actually, it's my second favorite episode after Gauntlet of Fire. Applejack's Day Off. Let's be real here. Despite some early slapstick, Applejack isn't a pony who draws a lot of laughter. As the group's even keel, she's better suited to being the calm island in the middle of confusion, which she kinda was. It's a tribute to her character that she could fix the Ponyville spa and help out so many of her neighbors. Yet the stakes were so low and the character is rather downplayed. Rarity mostly fussed over the limited time for a spa treatment, and most of the background ponies who were meant to bring the comedy really didn't act outrageous. Best joke was Mr. Cake's deep tissue massage. Yet for all the time spent within the spa, a truly unexpected setting for AJ, there wasn't a lot to take away from it. Much like Rarity for you, the big surprise is how much the spa pony staff keeps growing. Seriously, I would love if the equestrian job market could translate into the real world. I enjoyed the moral at the end, but it's presented in a very overdone fashion. I said that Applejack is at her best as the calm center, having her suddenly super impractical distracted from a relatable situation. Many times we keep doing what works in the moment rather than what works best overall. But having Applejack do a chicken dance and make faces? That's the silliness I hope to see ponies around Applejack exhibit, so she can be the foil. I would link the moral here to Newbie Dash as well. The Wonderbolts continued their heckling tradition because that was how it was done in the past, but didn't reflect on how it worked in the present. Both episodes are a reminder to take stock every now and again and see if the current tactics still bring the best results. Flutter Brutter. Oh, how I waited for this episode. Word that Fluttershy had a brother came out early on, almost the same time as Season 5's premiere. And so I waited. And watched. And waited some more. Then we got this guy.
He sits inside your local coffee shop, sporting a main bun and facial hair. Somehow he believes, although he has no job, that by his 30s he will be a millionaire.
First viewing, I was not a fan. Seeing Zephyr Breeze destroy his parents' property and take their support for granted made me want to see him punished. Yet the goal of the episode is to see him overcome self-doubt and fear. It would have helped to see a potential spark. A moment similar to his restyling Fluttershy's mane, where we can see that he does have the talent to create the future. The reason I don't count as restyling his older sister's mane is that so much of his ego is on display, and it's just making her look like himself, even though she carries the look better. We really don't get to see Zephyr free of ego until the very end, and the balance is hard to overcome. I found myself more sympathetic on following viewings, but I can't recommend an episode on the idea that it will be more appealing on the second or third viewing. What I can recommend is a fantastic presentation for Fluttershy. Fans who have grown weary of her overcoming her own fears will have some delight in seeing her interact with her family, who do exist. She's uncomfortable, frustrated, angry, loving, gentle, caring, cynical, sarcastic, both supportive and fed up all at the same time. The love she feels for her brother motivates her to be more outgoing and assertive than before without sacrificing the character I enjoy. In that way, Zephyr Breeze did the most important job, bringing out the best in Fluttershy. Yet I hope that Zephyr can make a return in which we see him starting to rebuild his life. We've seen him at his worst, let's also witness his ascent as we've seen for his sister. And let's also see some pony friends for Fluttershy, for she is at her best when coming to another's aid. I do appreciate the message this episode tries to convey. Starting a task can be frightening, and taking that first step is an act of courage not often celebrated. And there we go, a cornucopia of episodes. Some stood out for style and humor, others had character and heart. And while elements are hit and miss, I'm overall pleased with how Season 6 is progressing. A steady flow, though I haven't had any oh my gosh episodes like Amending Fences, Sisterhood Social, or Tanks for the Memories. But we've got one more episode before the break, and a whole other 13 episodes set. I'm Silver Quilted. Thanks for watching.